My name is Emma. I'm 24 years old. I serve tables at a tiny cafe. I deliver meals to customers. I keep smiling throughout my shift, but deep down, I'm shattered. My mom is really ill. She requires surgery. The physician told me it'll cost $50,000. I don't possess that kind of cash. I hustle every single day, yet I can never save enough. Each evening, I weep by myself. An elderly gentleman visits my cafe regularly. His name is Alaric. He's 85 years old. Folks whisper that he's incredibly wealthy. Rumors say he possesses multiple properties. They claim he's heartless, but I notice something else when I look into his gaze. Alaric observes me during my shifts. He notices when my manager yells at me. He watches me bite my tongue and stay silent. He catches everything. Then one afternoon, the medical center contacts me. My mom has only days left. She must have the surgery immediately. I collapse into a chair. I feel like I'm suffocating. Water streams down my cheeks. I possess nothing. I've lost all faith. Suddenly, Alaric approaches my booth. He takes a seat beside me. He gently asks what's troubling me. I share everything about my mom. I explain the financial burden. He just listens quietly. He remains silent for quite some time. Then he proposes something unimaginable. Become my bride. I stare at him in disbelief. I assume he's kidding, but his expression stays completely serious. He begins explaining his offer. He'll cover all my mother's expenses. He'll provide me with security and comfort, but there's one condition. I must become his spouse for 5 years. I must share his home. His grown-up kids want to force him into an elderly care facility. He refuses that fate. I can barely process what I'm hearing. He's 80. He could easily be my great-grandfather. Yet my mom won't survive without this procedure. I have 0 options, I whisper. Yes, our wedding happens in just 72 hours. We head to the courthouse. No bouquets, no ceremony music. A clerk examines us curiously. She questions if Alaric is my great-grandfather. I shake my head. I tell her he's my spouse. She stares at me in shock. Then she slides the documents across the counter. I scribble my signature. My fingers tremble uncontrollably. We're legally united now. Nobody celebrates. Nobody congratulates us. Alaric brings me to his estate. It's massive. Everything screams luxury, but the place feels hollow. It feels lifeless. I own beautiful outfits now. I wear expensive accessories. I rest on a plush mattress, but I sleep in solitude. Alaric rests in a separate bedroom. We exist like complete strangers. 7 days passed, then we dine out together. Others spot us. Conversations halt. Eyes lock on us. Murmurs spread. One lady remarks she resembles his great-granddaughter. Another guy mutters, she's counting down till he passes. She only desires his fortune. Heat rushes to my cheeks. Humiliation crashes over me. Alaric overhears the gossip too. He extends his hand toward mine. His fingers are aged and trembling, but his grip is firm. He wants everyone watching to understand. I am his partner. I glance toward him. Their judgment doesn't affect him, but it destroys me. Something precious slipped away. My self-respect vanished. 14 days later, Alaric's offspring arrive for a visit. Their names are Marcus and Alina. Alina is 52. Both are decades older than me. They don't offer me any warmth. They study me with icy stares. During our meal, Lena speaks up. She demands to know why Alaric married me. She insists I'm far too young. She declares I feel nothing for him. Marcus hurls insults at me. He uses vile words to describe me. He accuses me of being a gold digger. Tears threaten to fall, but I remain seated. Then, without warning, Alaric slams his fist against the table. All conversation dies instantly. Alaric rises to his feet. He appears frail and ancient, yet something powerful radiates from him. He announces I am his bride. He demands they treat me with respect. He orders them out of his house. Marcus and Alina appear, stunned, but they get up slowly. They head toward the exit. They disappear. Alaric sinks back down. He looks utterly exhausted. I observe him carefully. I recognize something clearly now. He's been so alone. His own blood doesn't care about him. They're just waiting for their inheritance. For the very first time, I feel genuine sympathy for Alaric. He stood up for me. Nobody ever protected me like that before. Late one evening, sleep won't come. I detect piano notes drifting through the house. The melody sounds heartbreaking. I move toward the main room. I discover Alaric there. He's positioned at a grand ebony piano. Tears cascade down his weathered face. I stand there watching him for several minutes. When the final note fades, I bring him warm tea. He sips it gratefully. Then his story begins pouring out. He speaks about his first love. Her name was Isabella. She passed away 4 decades ago. He cherished her beyond measure, but he stayed consumed by his career. He chased wealth constantly. He neglected his family completely. Isabella fell terribly sick. She died without him by her side. He was trapped at the office. After her death, he showered his children with money, but never affection. Now wealth is all they understand. Alaric weeps openly. He admits he squandered his entire existence. He confesses money is worthless without love. I settle down next to him. I cradle his weathered hand gently. From that moment forward, everything transforms. I begin caring deeply for Alaric, not because of his wealth. I care because he's suffering from loneliness. He desperately needs companionship. I prepare warm broths for him. I share stories from books. We discuss our lives honestly. The age gap stops mattering completely. We're simply 2 broken hearts healing together. Something genuine blossoms between us, something authentic. 90 days later, Alaric suffers a severe stroke. Half his face droops downward. He loses his ability to speak. He can't move independently. Medical professionals warn he might not survive. His children rush in. They attempt to remove him forcibly. They try forcing him into a distant care facility. But legally, I'm his spouse. The system supports my authority. I bring Alaric back home. Daily I tend to all his needs. I assist with his bathing. I help during meals. I dress him carefully. I administer his medications. My palms grow calloused. My appearance shows the strain, but complaints never leave my lips. This path is mine to walk. One evening, Alaric cries softly. He apologizes repeatedly. He says he trapped me in this life. I share my truth with him. I'm choosing to remain. I want to be right here. I genuinely love him. 3 full years go by. We relocate to a cozy cottage in the countryside. We cultivate a garden together. We adopt 2 elderly rescue dogs. We discover true happiness. Alaric weakens with each passing sunrise, but his smile appears more often. He tells me these are his finest years. He says I blessed him with genuine love. One sunrise, Alaric doesn't stir from sleep. I position myself beside him. I hold his hand tenderly. His eyelids flutter open slowly. He gazes at me. A gentle smile forms. He whispers he loves me. He whispers thank you. Then his eyes drift closed. He passes away in my embrace, peacefully, silently. He was 88 years old. I discover an envelope on his writing desk. It reads, "Thank you for blessing me with a second chance at life." I weep for countless days. Now I'm standing at his burial site. I'm 28 years old now. Others claim I sacrificed my youth foolishly. They'll never comprehend. I truly loved Alaric. He truly loved me. We shared something extraordinary, something sacred. Wealth can't purchase this. Only 2 hearts can build this. I place crimson roses on his resting place, his favorite bloom. I honored my vow. I remained until his final breath, and that's all that matters. That's everything that counts. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like the video and share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe to English Reflections for more simple stories and daily motivation.